In this video, we're going to be working on an iPad Pro 10.5 inch. I'm just reading what the customer mentioned in the ticket description here. If we quickly read what the customer mentioned here, one day my daughter's iPad kept rebooting every few minutes, so we thought it was a software issue. So therefore we did the software upgrade. That did not help. It made it worse. It stays in the rebooting screen. The screen was cracked, and it looks like the customer did change the screen, but that did not change the outcome. The iPad continues to just show the rebooting screen. So now what can we tell from what we just read? We can tell that the tablet suffered a drop, screen broke. Customer did a software update or restore. That did not solve the rebooting issue, and customer changed the actual screen, which is the right thing to do to see if that will solve the problem, but that did not solve the issue. The first thing I want to do is quick physical inspection on the board to see if there's anything obvious. Since this tablet did suffer a drop, we want to look for possibly maybe loose components, broken coil. I've seen this happen with coils, and right there. That's exactly what I was looking for. We have a broken coil here. And I've seen this more than once where the coil is either loose or it's broken off the board. We still see the edges of the component here. It's not the soldering that broke, it's the actual component. That's most likely the problem. I do have a donor board here. This is an iPad Pro 10.5 donor board that we have. And we're going to be using the coil from this board and put it on the customer's board. The first thing I want to do is desolder those broken pieces. And let's also remove this. We're going to add a little bit of solder on the pads here. That's enough. And that's enough. What I want to do now is grab that component from the donor board. I have the donor board right here. Let's use hot air. And let's solder that component on the customer's board right over here. Okay, that's it. All we have to do is assemble and test. I'm gonna give it to Big Boss to reassemble, and I'll be back. That's the component that we soldered right here, and we'll see. Okay, so Big Boss reassembled the board, and he said it's a no-go. The tablet is still rebooting. I'm gonna take another look at the board just to see if there's anything else that we may have missed. Start from the very top here. I should have done this from the beginning where I inspected every part of the board. I quickly saw that we had a missing coil. I replaced it and gave it back to him. Right now, I want to continue with physical inspection. Just like if you are driving an old vehicle, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, you hit a wall, you're going to go flying out of the window. The body is strong. The connection between you and the seat is weak. So upon hitting the wall, you're going to fly out of the window. Same thing here. The actual legs, the pad and solder is very strong, but the component itself, the coil itself, the connection between the coil and the legs is not so strong. So upon impact, you can lose a coil, or the coil may get loose, or it may get broken. Right now, we did not see the coil inside the tablet, but that's probably because the customer replaced the screen and that coil most likely fell out without the customer noticing. It's a tiny component. So I'm doing more physical inspection on the board just to see if we have anything else missing. So far everything looks clean. I want to check on those coils. I'm gonna tap every coil just to make sure we do not have anything loose. That's the one that we changed. Oh, look at that. Look at that here. We have a missing coil here too. Unbelievable. Look at this. We do see the actual leg still stuck on the pads, but the coil is gone. Let's continue. And there's one here too. What the? Okay, let's look and see where the other one was. Right here. Wow. 3 missing coils on one board. That shows how important physical inspection is. Okay, I'm not going to be able to fit my tweezers on this area of the board, so let's use our regular tweezers. Let's start by prepping the pads, just a tiny bit. Now we're gonna grab the coil from the donor board. Let me just make sure that we are grabbing the right coil. So it's to the right of that chip. And right there. That's the one. Okay, so that's one. And let's do the other one. It's the one in the middle. And let's solder that onto the customer's board. I'm gonna give it to Big Boss to try again and see if the tablet still restarts. I'll be back. Okay, so the screen is assembled. I did not turn it on yet. I still have the battery separated from the motherboard. So we need to remove the separator. And I need to press on the battery connector, and let's turn it on. Okay. And tablet is on. Usually within 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it turns off and restarts. Looks like it's gonna work. No rebooting. Great, great, great. I never got to this screen before. It's always Apple logo, 1-2 seconds off. Apple logo, 1-2 seconds off. Right now it booted up to the operating system, and great. Awesome, awesome job. Job is done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.